So halfway through the NHL season, ESPN puts out their power rankings, and guess who's number one? Florida Panthers. So we're halfway through, and right now we are completely in the lead, completely number one, and, You know, I hate to say this, but you know who else was number one halfway through? Yeah, look, and you could call me crazy all you want, but don't forget, our coach's nickname is Q.
Let's go Panthers! Let's go Panthers! Let's go Panthers! Let's go!
Puck drop. And 3, 2, 1,
Let's go Panthers! Let's go Panthers! Let's go Panthers! Let's go!
All right. We got the Preds in town tonight. 2 games, and then back-to-back we play Tampa on Sunday. So we've got 3 big ones coming up here in the next few days. The lineup is pretty much the same as it's been in these last few games. There was a little bit of talk on Twitter about how Marchment looks like he's at that top spot, and Duclair is back down on the 4th line. I like it. I like the competition, right? Keep both of those guys on their toes. You know, Duclair came back that first game like his ass was on fire, and then the second game he looked okay, and then he had that defensive breakdown, and I know some people think that's why he got yanked and put on the 4th line, and it probably is, but at the same point, I don't know, maybe he tweaked that injury a little bit. I'm just guessing there, but it seems like, on one hand, Q is who he is, right? He'll make some crazy moves, but on the other hand, Duclair just comes back. He's a veteran guy and makes one mistake and gets dropped down to the 4th line. That's pretty rough, but that's going to keep guys on their toes, man. And look, I got no problem either way, either one of those guys. What I do like about how coach is handling this is that he's not screwing around with line 2 and line 3. All right, in the past, our coach probably would have, all right, we're going to screw up line 2 and we're going to put Duke up there because he's not a 4th liner. But coach ain't messing around. He's like, I'm not touching 2 and 3 because it's working. So if you don't make the top line, you're at the bottom. And, what I'll say is this. If you see Marchment not play so well, and then coach pops Achari up to that top line, to me that's going to tell me that Duclair is maybe, tweaked that injury and is a little bit hurt. So we'll have to see how that goes. Otherwise, we got Bobrovsky in net tonight. Retweeted out something. The NHL statistics came out, and I noticed that, the number 5 goaltender in the NHL is a Florida Panther goalie, but not Bob. But I'm not trying to start any controversy here, all right? I love the fact that we got 2. We've got a Vienza caliber guy, and then we got a guy in Drieger who knows what his ceiling is, man. I know a lot of people talk about he hasn't had a lot of experience, but something about that kid, he just stays focused, stays in position, and I like him. So I'm happy so much overall with this team. And I know we've talked about maybe needing a defenseman, and that's really about it. One extra defenseman, and this team is ready to run. I like our chances. I like it. Number 1 in the league, at least before the filming of this video. All right. We got to get a big 2, all right? All right, so 1-0 Panthers after 1. Very unusual for us to have a lead, but we'll take it. We almost didn't, and then the refs tried to make sure that we didn't, but suck it, refs. So the Preds get a goal, but it immediately gets waved off due to goalie interference. We'll take it. The guy's skate did kind of hit Bobrovsky there, and he looked off balance right as the puck was going over the line. So we'll take it. And then as if the refs were kind of questioning their own call, they just made a couple of boneheaded penalties in a row. Ekblad gets called for slashing. He must have been slashing his imaginary fairy godmother because he didn't do a damn thing. And then Huberdeau gets tripped and gets called for the high stick as he's falling from the trip. The high stick you have to call, but how you don't call the... You completely blow the trip and give the Preds a 5-3 advantage. And Noel Acciari... Noel Acciari was blocking shots with every single body part, if you catch my drift, all right? He took one shot to the back of the arm that hurt me, man. So, Acciari sucking it up for the team. And then, boom, down the wing they come. Huberdeau nets another goal. Who passed it to him? Oh, you guys are going to kill me. I had it in my head, and then I forgot. Anyway, it was a beautiful 2-on-1. Huberdeau banked it, and it's 1-0 Florida. Real quick here. Duclair, you're not doing anything to show that he wants off that fourth line. He's given some effort, but he's made a crap pass, and he's had the puck taken away from him. I'm telling you, the guy don't look 100%. To me, I would venture that guess again that maybe he tweaked something because he came out like his ass was on fire that first game, and then since then he's just not been completely what we would expect. So right now I think Marchman's got that top spot for as long as we can see it. All right, let's move on to the second period. I don't know what to do with this lead, but hey, well, maybe if we have to let them get the lead so we can come back so we're comfortable. Either way, man, let's bank 2. All right, so we got a tie game after 2. We didn't look so sharp that period. I'm still feeling like we're going to get 2 points. Bob's made some really good saves there. Duclair is not having a good night. I'm going to say it again. I know people were wondering why he's not on the top line. Every pass he's made tonight has been off. And so I'm content with the lineup the way it is. But look, I'm not interested in overtime tonight. You know, this team, they just beat Tampa Bay the other night, right? And so we got to bank 2 on this game. We can't be messing around with this team. I want a 4-1 win by the time this is over. We'll talk about what happened in the rest of the period after the game. Let's move on to the third period. Put this team away. Well, that was bound to happen at some point. We've won every game since I came back. Finally, tonight, we do not get not a single solitary point. Tough game to lose, too, because a couple of things. First of all, the second goal, completely Bob. I mean, we all know what he's trying to do, but just keep your ass in net, okay? You know what I mean? Totally gave him a goal that way. And then we just clearly didn't have it tonight, all right? Even with 7-8 minutes left, we were not playing at our, at that crazy, tenacious speed when we're trying to make a comeback. We were like at 85%. You could just tell the guys did not have the complete energy behind them tonight. And the passes all night long. I know I mentioned it with Duclair, who ended up back on the top line, I guess just by default tonight. But everybody's passes were just, a half a foot off or a half a foot, too early, a little bit too late. And pucks were there, rebounds were there. And our guys were just overskated, underskated, just couldn't reach it all night long. And you got to give credit to the Preds. They beat Tampa, they beat us. And Saros played a hell of a game. I know he had more than 40 shots. Cannot win every single game. My brother's going to hate that I said that. He texted me, don't give me that crap about we can't win every game. Well, technically, that's accurate. We possibly could win every game, but we clearly didn't. I thought we would eke out a point on that one, to tell you the truth. Just kind of bummed. But you got to lose every once in a while. Put a little bit of gas back in the tank. Maybe the guys were reading the ESPN power rankings and had a little bit too much tequila or something to celebrate, And so 2-1. Again, Preds came into town, beat Tampa, beat us. So they're obviously playing well right now. And, obviously Saros, like I said, He played a hell of a game. Bob played a good game, except for the one mistake. And the one mistake cost us a chance at even getting 1 point. So, the only other thing I can really complain about is there's about 5 minutes left in the game. Maybe even like 4.5 minutes left in the game. And coaches got Strowman and Yandel out there. That's just a big fat no. Why? There's absolutely no reason. I mean, I know you want to have Yandel out there, but if you want to have Yandel out there with 4 minutes left, just double shift Yandel and Ekblad. Anton Strowman should not be seeing the ice when we're down a goal under 5 minutes in the game. That should be like rule number 1. But other than that, we will be back on Saturday against the Preds, then Sunday against Tampa. We're going to see Drieger one of those 2 games. Wouldn't surprise me after this mistake to see Drieger on Saturday and then have Bob on Sunday. But who the hell knows? You never know what Q is going to do. Like I said, Duclair was back up on that top line. I don't know. You know, he did seem to have a little bit of extra jump when he got to that top line. I can't deny that. So is it an attitude thing? You know what I mean? Is he a little bit pissy that, you know, the kid Marchment gets up there at the top and he was on the 4th line? Because he did not look good. He did not get moved up because he was looking good on the 4th line. That's my personal opinion anyway. So, all right. Absolutely no points. Bummer, but was eventually going to happen. I had a nice run there for a while with the 2 points. We'll be back at it Saturday. We'll get a big 2 then. We'll get another 2 on Sunday. And maybe we'll make it back up to the top of ESPN's power rankings, which don't freaking matter, guys. There's only one thing that matters. You know it, I know it, we all know it. That's where we want to be at the end of the season, skating around with the cup, having a party. All right, thank you all for watching. Like, share, subscribe. I'll see you all again on Saturday.